You can't take a black person, a little person that's Caucasian, a little person that's Chinese, and a little person that's Mexican and still say that's a black baby. It ain't no way. It just don't work like that. What's good, YouTube? Joshua Neighborhood Bullies checking in with another video. And today, I'm gonna explain the difference to y'all between exotics and the real American bullies. For those of y'all who may not know what an exotic is, or may not heard of the term, or may be new to all of this, I'm gonna break everything down for y'all in a video today in a way that you can understand everything. So let's just get into it. So first off, the American Bully consists of the AKC Amstaff and the UKC Pit Bull Terrier. Those dogs were put together to try to create a term that they called a pit bull on steroids, which means a pit bull with just more muscle and more mass on it. So that's where the term pit bull on steroids came. And I say that this is the true American Bully because just going off the standard that was written for the American Bully. You know, like in any game you play in, there are rules. If you play checkers, there's rules to checkers. You know, if you play soccer, basketball, football, anything you play is rules to it. So the rules, quote unquote, to the American Bully is the standard that's written for the American Bully. So that's what makes it the American Bully, for one. And typically American Bullies tend to live longer, you know, between 10 to 15 years, you know, something like that, you know, and that comes from compounding healthy genetics and weeding out the genes that, you know, were undesirable, all the undesirable traits, you know, everything like that. That comes from selective breeding, picking out the best out of each litter, you know, to move on forward with the breed, and then, you know, cutting off the ones that just don't make the cut. So that's how over the last 20 years or so, you know, with selective breeding, the American Bully has compounded on healthy genes and is able to live a long time, you know, given about 10 to 15 years or so, you know, given that there's no freak accidents happening or nothing like that. And then American Bullies are also fully functional. You know, they can run, they can jump, they play, they can work out, they can do protection work. You know, they're active dogs. And with all that energy they have and with all this plan they have, these dogs are still able to breathe through their nose because they have a proper muzzle and they get the proper airflow that they need to support the lungs, which supports the, you know, the everything that goes together with that. The airflow of the nose, you know, definitely has a big part in the functionality of the dog, because if the dog can't get proper air, it can't get proper function. You know what I'm saying? They can't breathe properly. You know, stuff like that. You know, with that being said, it's typically a lot less vet visits. You know, with a healthy dog, there's really no reason to really go to the vet, you know, just for stuff like rabies shots or checkups, or if you're getting a C-section done, you know, stuff like that. There's really no real need to go to the vet all the time with a healthy American Bully. And then also, American Bullies, you know, real American Bullies, not all of them, but 9 out of 10 of them tend to have good structure based off the fact that they were selectively bred and they were bred to dogs with like characteristics, you know, that dog had, or bred to another dog that complemented to the point where this dog has one thing that dog lacks. So when you put them together, it's like everything just clicked. Also, you know, most American Bullies, you know, with the exception for some pockets, you know, tend to do everything natural. You know, natural breedings, natural ties, natural deliveries, you know, stuff like that. There, like I said, there are exceptions where, you know, a lot of pocket American Bullies will need to, you know, have a C-section done because the birth canals are so small and the heads of these American Bullies are so big that it has trouble passing through the birth canal. So that's usually what the C-section is for. The body passed by just fine, but usually it's the head that gets stuck in the birth canal. So that's what causes you to need a C-section for your girls. So among a whole lot of other things, those are a few reasons why I feel like and know that this is the true American Bully. So getting into exotics, for those of y'all who may not know what an exotic is an American Bully based dog, meaning they took the American Bully and they bred it to stuff like the French Bulldog, the English Bulldog, the Pug, you know, anything small that they feel like could to drop the size on these dogs to make them smaller and freakish looking. That's what they bred it to. So, you know, these exotic dogs can have some of anything bred into them. There's truly no telling everything that's really in an exotic. And by all these different dogs mixed in, all these different breeds mixed in, there's so many different gene pools that is no way that it can be a consistent look. That's why you see about 20 different variations of the micro bully. They don't all look the same. That's because it's so many gene pools and the genetic pool has been opened up so far that it's so scatterbred, there's no for certain look in any of them for real. So, you know, that's just why exotics don't have a definite look. And the best way I can explain exotics is, you know, comparing them to humans. Well, not comparing them to humans, but using humans as an example that I'm about to give you now. So let's just say that the American bully is black people. You know, I'm black, let's just go with that. American bully is black people. So if you take a black person and you breed it to another black person, or if you mate it with another black person, you'll get a black person, full-blooded, you know, no questions asked. Okay, now let's say you take that black person and you mate it with a Caucasian little person. See, that's a whole different genetic makeup. That's two different species coming together, you know, that aren't naturally supposed to, you know, lock their genetics together. So that's two different species there, two whole different genetic makeups. And then to add in, you just added in a dwarfism gene with the little person. So keep that in mind. So let's say you take the baby from the black person and the Caucasian little person, you take that baby and you mate with a Chinese little person. See, now that's a whole different genetic makeup than both of the first two that you just mated with. I keep wanting to say breed, but that you mated with. So, and then also you just compounded some more on the dwarfism gene. So that's pretty much locked in, you know, to the point where the next generation, whether it be every puppy or not, at least 2/3 of that litter will pretty much have that dwarfism gene. Now let's go a step further to say you take that baby from that mating or that breeding, whatever you want to say, and then you take that to a Mexican little person. See, now it's just way too many genetic pools to even keep up with. It's just way too many different species combined to even be able to say is the original of what it started as, you know. Like with all those different matings, you know, there's no way you can say that baby at the end is still a black person. It ain't possible. You can't take a black person, a little person that's Caucasian, a little person that's Chinese, and a little person that's Mexican, and still say that's a black baby. It ain't no way. It just don't work like that. So, you know, that's pretty much my example on what the exotic community is right now. There's so many different breeds going on and so many different genes that they're putting in one dog. There's no certain look. So, you know, that's why these dogs come out with so many defects. The bowed legs, you know, the smashed muzzles, the high rears, the stiff stifles, the underbites. I mean, you name it. It's a ton of defects that come in when you keep compounding terrible genetics. And that's what's going on with these exotic dogs. And that's why they're coming out looking like they're looking and unable to perform like a real American bully should. So without making this video too long, that's just my explanation on why, you know, one breed is a true American bully and the other breed is an exotic breed that really has nothing to do with the American bully and really should separate the name from the American bully because it's making the American bully name look bad when they go into vets, you know, with these screwed up looking dogs and call them American bullies. And then when somebody else says they have an American bully without even seeing the dog that they have, first thing in their mind gonna be the dog that they seen in the vet, the crazy breathing dog that don't have good structure with bowed arms and a high rear, you know, that nobody really wants to deal with. So yeah, that's just my take on it. Neighborhood Bullies, checking back out.